Welcome to the pudding zone. Today I'm gonna be cooking non-brand boxed pudding. Now you'd think that's really simple. I can make pudding. It's just 2 cups of milk. How simple can it get? Yeah, it can be that simple. If you want your pudding to suck, I'm gonna teach you how to make good pudding. Pudding that'll make people go, whoa, that's actually really good pudding. And I'll be like, yeah, that is good pudding. Bet you can't think it comes from a box. And they'll be like, it kind of tastes like it's from a box. Fair. So yeah, the best box pudding you'll ever eat. Frankly, a lot of the time I don't want to put in the effort of making pudding on my own. So just pour it in, and then you're gonna need your milk. 2 cups, like I said. Cup number 1, cup number 2. This isn't going to be the thing you start with. Well, it is going to be the thing you start with. This isn't the final product, is I guess what I mean. If you're not gonna add anything else to the pudding, I recommend adding this, salt. So many people think that if you're gonna make a sweet treat, it's a good idea to just have sugar in it and nothing else. And that's such a bad idea. In pretty much every dish, if you just add sugar, it's not going to have any depth of flavor. And so I'm just gonna add some salt. Now if you're gonna add 2 ingredients, add chocolate powder. That's the thing. This is what turns it from low-cost milk chocolate to low-cost dark chocolate. I'm just gonna mix the chocolate in. Then I'm gonna just adjust it. That's the key thing with when you're cooking and you aren't really using concrete amounts like I am. You basically gotta add some and then taste it and then add some more. That's why you gotta make sure you're only adding a couple of ingredients at a time. But if I just mix it up with the fork, it'll like firm up nicely. Another thing that's good to add to chocolate is vanilla. They go together like chocolate and vanilla ice cream. A capful of vanilla. So I'm gonna try it now. I'm gonna see what else it needs. It's good, but I think it could be a bit better. That's where my secret ingredient comes in. This here is monosodium glutamate, otherwise known as MSG, otherwise known as flavor squared. You put 1 shake of this onto any food and it will take you straight to Flavor Town, baby. You're like, oh man, I'm liking this vanilla ice cream, but I wish it tasted more like vanilla. Monosodium glutamate, have vanilla squared. You gotta be kind of sparing with it though. You can't put too much in, otherwise it'll start to taste like chemicals. Really no more than like 4 or 5 shakes. I've added like 10. Hopefully that doesn't ruin it. I don't know. I mean, it might. Well, there's only 1 more ingredient on the table. Only 1 more ingredient in my hand. Aromatic bitters. Often put into alcohol as like a way of making them taste different, you know? To add flavor to them. In my case, I'm gonna be adding flavor to my pudding. Like it's a cocktail, except, you know, pudding. If you don't have aromatic bitters, which I don't expect many people do, pretty much anything else is a good alternative, like cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg. This is where you get a bit creative and add whatever spices you like. Though I do have to warn people, if you're gonna have your pudding immediately, I recommend adding more cinnamon than you think you need. But if you're gonna be having it like in an hour, I recommend adding less cinnamon than you think you need. Because if you just let the pudding sit there, it'll permeate in, making the pudding taste a lot more cinnamony than it would if it was left for less amount of time. Needs more milk. I never add enough milk to these things. And then, yeah, the pudding's done. I've made what would be a 1-minute pudding into like a 12-minute pudding. But in doing so, I think I've made the pudding taste like twice as good. That's my opinion. I don't care if it's anyone else's opinion, it's certainly mine. So I guess as I'm stirring in the last of the milk that I'm probably gonna add, I'm gonna go over how much of each ingredient I added. I had 2 tablespoons of Coca powder, about a ½ teaspoon of salt, 3 squirts of aromatic bitters, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, and a healthy pinch of MSG, along with, you know, milk and pudding. Yeah. With just a few simple ingredients, you make your pudding taste like 10 times as good. That's simple. I'm done. Goodbye.